Alright, boom. Today we are making something for Central C based off his latest song called Let Go, because it's done like 20 mil streams in like a week. Central's so clear, it's ridiculous. So the basis of these kind of beats: 1, you want to grab some kind of guitar, emotional kind of sample. 2, you want to add some pretty basic drums. 3, you want to carry the beat with some drum fills. And 4, arrangement is very important. Have a switch from like Moog basses to the drill 808 to the spins 808. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean by all of this. But first, we got a placement alert. That's right, we got another placement out right now, which is from J-Sab with the song called Drill Shit, and it's out right now on GRM Daily. Now this one's produced by myself, Ghosty, Els, and then Harry Beach and Kieran Nat. Now listen, I know there's bare of us on this beat, but I literally came from a beat one of the times that I was in London and we were in the studio and everyone just jumped on the beat, and then I ended up getting placed with J-Sab. There's a video for it, go check it, and everyone go comment on that music video, hashtag Slip2Shelly. You already know the drill, we got to show all these placements, the Slippery Army. This is the last video for before Christmas, so if you do celebrate Christmas, I hope you enjoy it, stay safe. Now this is the sample that we are using today, and I have separated the vocals from the guitar, so we have the vocals on their own and we have the guitar on their own. So we have the guitar, and then we also got the vocals. Now first thing I want to do, I want to make this guitar sound a little bit more sampled. So with the help of Gullfoss, also using a couple of EQs, then we're using Valhalla Vintage Verb with the preset of drum air, and also Isotope Vinyl. Now it sounds like this. And for the vocals, I feel like they're gonna be okay for the intro. As we come into maybe like the actual hook part, I think we want to like cut them here. I'm gonna do something like that. So as you can see, this is our mixer chain on the left, and probably the most important thing that we're using today is Little Altar Boy. If I turn this on just on its own, we are turning down the formant by 7. So we have indeed squashed down the vocals, adding a little bit of reverb, adding a little bit of chorus, also adding some delay with a nice bit of pancake. Alright, you know what? Let's try add our own melody to this. And you already know we are coming into the Warzone one-shot kit, which is out now. If you are struggling to make melodies or even get like the right sound selection for melodies, then I'm telling you this will fully help improve your melody game. Now I'm feeling like a bell of some sort, so I'm not exactly sure which one. And now let me put it onto the ultimate sauce. Now listen, if you're a long-term fan of this channel, then you know that I do this all the time. We're gonna open up the guitar in Edison. We're gonna right-click. We're going to come into tools, convert to score, and dump to piano roll. And now this is all the notes that Edison has detected, and it's dumped them out onto the piano roll. Now I've just copied these over onto my sampler. I can see all these notes in the background and kind of just use them as ghost notes. So now I can see that my bass notes are going to be as follows. Anyway, now that we have all of our bass notes down, we're just going to try create some like triad chords out of this. After trial and error with some chords, this is now what the melody sounded like. We are just going to copy this bell into a pad in Analog Labs. Next, we've got a little Moog bass, and we are quite simply just going to follow these bass notes again. For the rest of the drums, we're probably just going to be using stuff from the Valhalla drum kit and the military drum kit. You kind of just want like a very basic counter snare pattern. You want to leave like a lot of gaps in it as well to kind of add a lot of space to the beat. We've also just thrown in a couple of extra counter snares. For the snare, you kind of want to use a light snare or even maybe even possibly a clap. But for me, we're going to be using 2 snares layered together. Now next, we've just added the slightest bit of percussion. Now in these beats, there's probably not even a lot of percussion. Comes along the kick. Alright, next we are going to mute our bass, and we are bringing in the Valhalla 808, of course. Now this is just going to be very, very similar to our actual bass. We might just throw in a few slides. Now remember back to the start where I do say that we switched out the main 808 for spins. So in this section we are using a heavier kind of counter snare. We've also added some delay onto it. We have brought in a clap instead of a snare, so it should transition out of like the main kind of hook area into like the verse, and it should sound something like this. Last few things I'm missing are some drum fills, so you already know we're gonna come into Redemption drum fill kit where there is 50 drum fills. I think on the intro. Oh, that can work a little bit. Here we do have the arrangement. As you can see, there's a few drum fills. Here's the full beat. But for that, make sure you smash the like button on this video, man. That can be your Christmas present from you to me. And make sure you subscribe to let me know in the comments what you think of this beat. Little spin section. Another drum fill. Then it comes back in with the bass. Now for this next drop, we actually have like a delayed drop. And yeah, man, that's pretty much the beat. But yeah, man, this FLP will be available over my Patreon if you're trying to have a look at this in closer detail. Warzone one-shot kit out now if you haven't copped it yet, man. I don't know what you're waiting for. JSAV drill shit out now as well. Run me up on Instagram and Twitch because they're the only two things I care about. I'm out. It looks like a bow.